You had an accident that has left you unable to play an instrument. How has that affected your songwriting?
Yeah. Well, um, it's been really different actually writing songs without being able to play instruments because instruments are where I ground myself. Yeah, it was totally different than when I get to hone in on an idea and play my guitar like all day and then like we'll start working on the drum parts, start working on the bass parts, start working on the keys. I didn't have any of that. So it was kind of this like pocket that I was always put into, and I think that's why the material sounds more focused.
You executive produced and hosted the movie Play Your Gender in
Mm.
2016, a documentary on women, the gender gap in the music industry. After the advent of Me Too and Time's Up, do you feel like the world is at least starting to catch up?
Yeah, I'm actually really happy to see the changes and to see the discourse kind of exploding in the media because when I first started working on this film was 2012, and so it was harder to, I felt like it was more of an uphill battle, and so it's nice right now because there's more people that seem to be caring about gender equity. It's the emotional components that really hold us back as humans, right? So if we're always in situations where we feel unseen, unheard, unvalidated, disrespected, it's hard to want to stay in that business. So my goal with the film was like, I just want to see more women. I want to see more women in tech. I want to see more women shooting. I want to see more women writing because I want our voices heard.
There's so much going on right now in the Indigenous community. It seems to be really rising in terms of people's recognition and the missing and murdered women inquiry, and especially even in music now you have Tribe Called Red and Tagak and Iskwe and William Prince and Snotty Nose Rez Kids and all of these voices coming up.
Yeah.
Do you feel like again that maybe the world is finally starting to catch up a little bit?
My mom and I, we have this conversation quite a lot because I feel like media is fickle and I feel like we can't really take our cues about human nature from media. It's not in the media that we need to see that, right? Because the media just goes like this.
Yeah.
So I think when I'm really going to believe that Canadians care about Indigenous people is when I'm going to see non-Indigenous Canadians listening to Indigenous people, and when I see government policy at a municipal, provincial, and national level changing, when I see like clean water on every reservation community.